Hello everyone, I'm Shade, and today we're going to be finding out if you can beat Pokemon Radical Red using a new team every gym. There are two simple rules. One, obviously, I have to build a new team every gym, and I can't use repeat team members. And two, I can use repeats of evolutionary lines, I just can't use previous team members. So if I wanted a Torterra on one team, I could use Torterra again, I just couldn't use the same Torterra, if that makes sense. Anyways, let's just get into this. Hopping right into things, we start the game and, intro stuff with Oak, and then we pick our character's gender and we name ourselves Shade. It's pretty typical, just going over it real quick so that you guys get it. Next up, we name our rival Val, which is pretty typical because that is the name of my editor and mod, who I'd like to thank for editing this video, and who we always name our rival after. And then after that, the game starts. In our room, we input a code into the NES, and we head downstairs to talk to our mom, who asks if we want our starter from Kanto or any other region. After a little bit, I select Kalos, just because I like the Kalos starters, and it won't have a huge effect on the playthrough since we are only going to be using our starter for the first gym battle. Before we go get our starter, actually, I choose to go to the lab and talk to this aide here so that we can get the time change ability. The clock in-game hasn't been working, so we're going to need this time changer so we can get daytime encounters and nighttime encounters. And then, with that, we finally head up to the tall grass and get our starter. Because, that's how every Kanto game starts. Oak saves you from the tall grass, takes you to the lab where your rival is waiting for you, and then, blah blah blah. These are the 3 Pokemon I have left after so long, and then you pick your starter. Not a huge thing, it's just, what happens. We pick Froakie, because I like Froakie, cool little guy, and then we name Froakie Frog, because I'm pretty sure Frogadier was actually or Greninja were supposed to be named Frog originally. I can't remember specifically, but I like the name. So, with that, our rival gets Bulbasaur because they don't like the non-Kanto starters, and then picks a fight with us after he just whined to Grandpa about, not getting a Kanto starter and getting one. From here, in the battle, basically, I just hit Pound a lot and take down his poor Bulbasaur, but while we're beating down the poor Bulbasaur, our Oran Berry does proc and saves us the battle, because it's just I forgot about that Oran Berry, honestly, but it's just a starting item that all the starters have. After that, basically, it's just the rival being whiny and running off to go train. Oh no, I got beat up by someone my age with not the same amount of experience. I have been playing these games for a while. The tip about how to patch the game, not a huge amount of stuff happens. We encounter a few Pokemon, I think a Hoodoo, and then a couple of Rattatas. It's been a while. We grab this potion because healing items are great. Not that I really use them to begin with, but it's Poochyena. Okay. But yeah, I thought about what I wanted for encounters. That's why we kind of had these weird little pauses, and I decided I didn't really want any of the Route 1 encounters. We hit the Pokemon Center just because I don't want to faint and then have to run all the way back here. So we heal, we let our starter out of his Pokeball so he can follow us, and from there we go get the parcel. Yeah. If you too have played past this point in a Kanto playthrough, and you like the content I make, and you haven't already and you're new, consider subscribing. If you just like the content, hit the like button. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It helps people find the channel and videos like this. But anyways, getting back into it, we deliver the parcel to Oak, and then if he talked any faster, this would hurt. But he gives us the Pokedex, and I think it's 5 Pokeballs. So we can start our journey properly. If this was Nuzlocke, this would be where it starts. Luckily, though, it isn't, because that would make this so much more painful. With that, I just head off back towards Viridian. Oh wait, I forgot. I pick up the map here because that's important. I need that. Not really, but it helps when I don't have Fly yet. Or not Fly, the Poké Rider. So from here, we just head back to Viridian. I think there's a Poochyena or 2 we encounter. I stop and think about if I want the encounter. Nah. And then, yeah, like I said, a couple Poochyena. And we just head back to... There's a kit here, and this is where that NES code I punched in earlier is. It basically just gives me rare candies and the Pokémon berries so that I can reduce the amount of time I spend training, because I have no grinding mode on, and it'll just keep me from training a ton. I was gonna go fight the rival, but I decided against it because I don't really need to train up. So from there, I just head up towards the Brendan battle. I get the Teachy TV and the Dex Nav from the old man and the Professor's Aid. Oh yeah, he gives us some berries too, but I forget about those half the time, so I'm not going to use them. And here, I actually use those rare candies and level up Frog to what I thought was the level cap, which I think is 16. At the time, I didn't realize that the level cap for easy mode is 3 levels higher than the regular level cap. So I would have been able to level it Frog up to 17, or not 17, 19, but I just didn't. Frog obviously evolves because the starter levels for evolution have been just straight up all changed to 16 and 36, I believe. And then I go fight Brendan. I didn't realize how low level Brendan was. Honestly, I thought he was going to be a tougher fight, so I kinda over-leveled. With that said, we get into the fight, and he leads with Corphish. It's level 4. I thought it was going to be higher. I Aerial Ace it once, it's down, and then the Trico is another Aerial Ace, and it's down, yeah. I feel really stupid, because I had the documents for this game pulled up while I was going through this battles and everything. We get the EXP share, the stat scanner here. Stat scanner is useless, because all our Pokemon are going to have maxed out EVs and IVs, I believe, because of minimal grinding mode. That's what it's called. And then, yeah, it's just kind of pointless. We avoid a fight with a Scatterbug, because I don't have the max repel yet, or the infinite repel yet. We're getting that soon. That's the next battle we have. It's just with, I think it's Last Am. Yeah. And all their Pokemon, I'm pretty sure, if I remember this battle correctly, no Metronome. So after a Aerial Ace, her Togepi is still up. It scares me with some Grass-type moves. Or a Grass-type move, paralyze it with Lick. Honestly, I don't know what Punishment is for a move. Then I realize Stab is going to help me a lot here, and I hit it with Water Pulse. From here, she sends out her Audino. Audino is pretty bulky, so I wasn't expecting the Water Pulse to take it down, which it doesn't. It yawns, and I'm going to be falling asleep in the next turn, so with another Water Pulse, Audino is down, and because I can't switch out, I can't get rid of the yawn effect. This is where I realized that, yeah, my level cap was higher. And then the Clefairy comes out. Clefairy, with Metronome, scares me, because it gets a few good moves, like Light of Ruin, which brings me down to yellow. Thank God for the Oran Berry that the Professor equipped to it, because I was scared of this battle after that.
Fight.
Uses Grass Pledge, which, again, scares me, but I think it's one Water Pulse takes it down, and then from there, I go to heal after turning the Infinite Repel on, because the Infinite Repel is great, and I love it so much. It actually helps out a lot in this run, because I don't want to spend a ton of time running into wild battles. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to make a new team every time I beat a gym. I come down here to the school, because I found something which is interesting. And this teacher will fight you using a team of Shedinjas, and there's a slight hiccup in this first battle, actually, but you'll see in a minute. So I picked Aron, Gible, and Skarmory. Aron and Skarmory both have Sturdy, so I set up a Stealth Rock because reasonably Aron should survive the first hit and get one up. All her Shedinjas, obviously, are not going to be able to hit me, but are not be able to be hit by any of my Pokemon except by super effective moves. Unless it's passive damage, like the rock, like the Entry Hazards, or Rough Skin, which is an ability. Obviously. And then after Gible faints and Aron faints, obviously I'm going to send out Skarmory, who has Sturdy. I need you to remember this for something upcoming, because you're gonna notice all the Shedinjas go down, or are gonna go down until her last one. The last one has heavy boots, so Entry Hazards aren't going to affect it. The big issue I have is, well, her last Shedinja obviously has the same ability as every Shedinja, which is Wonder Guard.
Fight.
But even with Sturdy, my Skarmory doesn't hang on with 1 HP. I have no clue what happened, it just didn't work. So I do go back into the battle. I check out Skarmory because I wasn't sure what it had for an ability, and then I check out the rest of the Pokemon just to make sure, like, see if any of them had a priority move that would be super effective against Shedinja, but none appear to when I go back through. So I select Aron. I think for a minute. I check out Rookidee again because I didn't check out its moveset until now. I check out the rest of the Pokemon, I guess. God, I really don't remember a lot about this. Sorry, it was like recorded a couple months ago. And then I decided to pick Gible, and I picked Skarmory again. I don't know why I'm looking at Fletcher, like, honestly. So I'm very confused here, but I select my next team is the same as the first one, so it's Aron, Gible, Skarmory, in that order. And I start off pretty much the same, you know. I lead off with Aron, I use Stealth Rock, and it's gonna survive with 1 HP because of Sturdy, sorry. And then I switch, actually, into Gible, because, well, it's better to have one Pokemon not gonna faint, I guess. But, I don't know what my thought process was, because even if Skarmory didn't survive with Sturdy this time, Aron wouldn't survive with Sturdy either, so I don't know what I was thinking here. Oh yeah, I send up Aron next, because, you know, Aron's definitely gonna survive Sturdy with Sturdy again. Again, I have no clue what I was thinking here. Please yell at me for this moment in the comments, because it wasn't gonna work. I don't know what I was thinking. But, you know, all the shouldn't just fall until the last one, because the last one has heavy boots. Oops, I thought this was the last one. Because of heavy boots, the last one survives, but we're switching Skarmory. And this time, we use Drill Peck, and Sturdy actually works this time. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. It's confusing. I've been trying to figure this out for so long now. But yeah, teacher's beat. And the teacher gives us a unique ability called Pokevile. Pokevile is basically just being able to use a Poke Center heal 6 times before having to go to the Poke Center and re-up your charges. It's just super useful. We're just gonna continue through Viridian Forest until that last mandatory battle, which it's, I think, one Pokemon and it's Charjabug. So, obviously, Rogue is not gonna have too many issues here. So, oh no, it's a Grubbin. But, like I said, it's not gonna be a huge issue because I have Aerial Ace and am, like, 10 levels higher. So, it's a one-shot, and then we head off into Diglett's Cave. So in Diglett's Cave, I want to catch a ground type, because it's super effective against all of Brock's team because of, you know, his specialty. And, you know, if I get a rock ground type, that's fine. Because he's got a flying type Pokemon, but Falkner is also an issue because of his electric flying squirrel thing, Emolga. So Rogue is obviously very weak to electric type moves. Trapinch is going to be perfect against that. And I almost thought I was going to faint this when I used Aerial Ace. I wasn't thinking, really. But I catch it. I thought about nicknaming every member of my team, but I decided against it, because, really, I just want to name the first Pokemon for every encounter for every team. Then I level up Trapinch a bit. And yeah, I teach it some new moves, but Rock Slide is the big important one here, because that's what's going to help me get to Falkner. And then from here, I apparently forget about the level cap being still 2 levels higher than I am. I go heal, so if I lose to Falkner the first time, I don't have to go all the way back through Viridian Forest. And then we head to the museum, because that's where the Falkner fight is, and I don't have to pay to get in, so it's really nice. Honestly, Falkner fight scared me a little bit, because I'm horrible at this fight usually, but I did come with forethought, obviously. And I'm realizing now that Trapinch is ground bug type and not ground rock, like I said earlier, but oh well. I planned on getting a Geodude. So I Water Pulse the Rufflet, because if it switched out, I was hoping on, it would be Water Pulse would be neutral damage. From here, he goes to send out his Emolga. I switch out to Trapinch, because Trapinch, again, knows Rock Slide, which is going to be super effective, and it can't hit me with any electric-type moves. I think I hit... No, I did hit Rock Slide. For a second, it looked like I hit Feint Attack. And then, after Emolga, I think I decided to keep Trapinch in and just use Rock Slide on his Corvisquire, which, I'm not sure if it was a risky move or not. Probably, because, again, it's Bug-type, it knows Flying-type moves, and I wasn't really thinking, I guess. So, from here, I teach Frog a Ice type move, Icy Wind. I don't know why. I don't end up using it, I don't think, at all. So after this fight, we just go heal, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think we go to the Pokemon Center, and then we heal, and then I go to fight Brock. Here is the thing. I forgot there was a gym trainer in Brock's gym, and I mean, it wasn't a super hard fight, but the rules of Radical Red gym battles. I go to fight Brock, forgot this guy was here, and yeah, his 10,000 light years or whatever away from Brock. Not a huge, really, he was wrong. But from here, I just kind of water pulse this guy's team, because Hisuian Growlithe is, I think, Fire Ground or Fire Rock. So it's an easy one-shot with Water Pulse, since it's 4 times weak to it. And Drillbur, I think it's just Ground type at this point. So 1 Water Pulse, and it's down. Because none of my team got damaged, I just head into the Brock fight, because, oh no, what's gonna happen? My damaged Pokemon are gonna get more damaged? Yeah, I didn't really think about it. And I forgot he led with an electric type, Alolan Geodude. Not that it's really an issue, because Water Pulse, and I have no clue if it has an electric type move anyways. So 2 Water Pulses, and my Frog took 2 Bulldozes, but 2 Water Pulses because of Sturdy Leer. It's down, and I send in Trapinch to deal with Onix. I'm not entirely sure why, but that's what I did. Probably because Frog was slowed. Trapinch takes a Bulldoze, Trapinch throws a Bulldoze, which I thought was actually going to OHKO, but it didn't, as you can tell. So I Bulldoze again, and it takes it down, I'm pretty sure. Yes it does. But after that, he sends out his flying type, the fossil one, I think. Yeah, Archon. Sorry. And I keep Trapinch in for some reason, because again, it's a flying type. I shouldn't be doing that, but I OHKO with Rock Slide, and then decide to stay in on yet another threat to Trapinch's existence, a Vulpix, which is a fire type. Luckily, Trapinch survives the hidden power and takes it down with 1 Bulldoze. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoy the series, because I put a lot of thought and energy into this. Thank you again to Val for editing this video and the series as a whole for me. Anyways, have a good night, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye!